start this video with this. Right behind me is a coffee shop called Java Moose. And a year ago, sorry, there's gonna be some wind on this video, not much I can do about it, but a year ago, I knew I was coming to Grand Marais, and I said, okay, I'm going to get done with the Van Duzens. I'm gonna finish writing it, I'm going to be done with it, and lo and behold, I sat down to write, got a bunch of it done, walking over rocks here, got a bunch of it done, and what ended up happening was I figured, okay, I got half the story done, and I thought that was it. I thought that was the look, and I took another look at the series when I got back to Minneapolis, and it wasn't exactly. It just didn't do what I wanted it to do. It wasn't a complete story. It wasn't the full story, and it didn't represent each character fairly. So I originally had 3 characters. It was a mom, a dad, and a son. And then what ended up happening was, while I was here at the Java Moose in Grand Marais, I added a 4th character. I added Denise, the daughter, which changed the entire landscape of the whole series. And my plans to now finish this web series, which was a web series then, now it's a TV episodic series, they were thwarted. I mean, there was no way I was gonna finish writing the Van Duzens within that amount of time. And so I sat right at that coffee shop, right there, Java Moose, and had a tough time. And it was a lot of sitting there and thinking, well, let me flesh this out. And if you're a writer, you understand this. Once you start writing the first episodes or the first acts, you realize just how much time you have to go, like how much more work there is to be done. And there was a ton more work than I had ever anticipated or could have ever thought that was before me. So I had written in Denise and all these other characters and a lot of other plot lines and through lines and whatnot, and it started to become what I wanted it to be, but I also knew that it was going to be a lot more work than I could have ever anticipated. That being said, by the time I left Grand Marais, by the time I left here, this beautiful place, look around, oh, check out the lighthouse. By the time I left here, I had maybe a third of it done and realized that it was going to be 30 episodes instead of 20. And that it was going to be something far larger than I'd really bargained for. So that being said, I'm back here, Grand Marais, a year later. We have 28 days filmed of the Van Duzens. We have establishing shots filmed. We have all these things done. And between now and then, what has happened has been nothing short of a blessing, nothing short of amazing opportunities, nothing short of just, there's not really a word for it. Yeah, there's a word for it. There is a word for it. Nothing short of happy accidents. Happy accidents that have led me to now, where I now have the opportunity to finish out this entire project. Between now and then, what's also happened has been moments where I've woken up in the middle of the night and thought, no, can't do it. I gotta pull the plug on it. And not necessarily me thinking that I got to pull the plug in it, but moments where I've thought, I don't believe there's any way I'm going to get this whole film project done. There's just no way. And getting 4 people who are very busy, 2 of whom are kids, in the same space to film has been extremely tough. And to get that scheduled is tough enough, just because these people are doing it out of like the grace of their heart. They're not doing it for at rate or like full rates, and they're doing it, as an independent. They're doing it as an independent project, which it takes grace, it takes generosity, and that's tough to ask that of people, especially when you were supposed to be done with the project months ago. So that being a part of it has definitely, given me some sleepless nights and thoughts of, just giving up. And what has combated that has been the generosity of the crew, the generosity of the talent, and also things coming together. There's a lot of luck and opportunity that swung our way, and when that happens, you got to look at the good. You have to look at the good, because there's been a lot of things that have happened that really could have been signs or opportunities for me to think, we should throw our hands up and be done. And that hasn't been the case, or at least I haven't taken them as symbols of that, and I've taken just the good, and kind of just look the other way when the bad happens. And between now and then, I decided at one point that regardless of how much I wanted to maybe just slight the project or short it and be like, we don't need to get those last scenes, I made a pact with myself that I was not going to do that. I was going to see it all the way through, no matter what. And that's what's happened. And a year later, now today, we have at most 4 more days of filming, 1 day of promo shooting, and an alt day of promo shoots, and then we are 100% wrapped. And I say that with all confidence. I say that with all happiness and gratitude. Nothing but gratitude, mostly gratitude, because it's been a long, long journey. And what started in November 1st of 2018 is now wrapping up by the end of July 2019, which is, I'm not going to do the math on that, I think that's 8 to 9 months later. So we will wrap then, and yeah, being here near Java Moose is definitely, there it is, I think that's it. Being here near Java Moose is symbolic of that journey, and I'm happy to write the final 2 scenes, episode 29 and episode 30 for the Van Duzens here at Java Moose as we wrap up this entire project. We've already sent it off to different film festivals around the country, and just as like an offshoot, bundle of certain episodes, it'll have a big premiere in fall at the Parkway Theater on Chicago and 48th Avenue, which is really near and dear to my heart, because when I moved to Minnesota with my mother from New Orleans, we moved into a duplex house on 48th in Chicago. And so I grew up right next to the Parkway Theater, and that's a special place for me to premiere it. That'll premiere in fall, I think October. And then the episodes will start to roll out in November. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to bring it to y'all. And yeah, here's to completing the journey, no matter what hurdles or walls or bad sound or whatever may happen in the background during filming. We had an owl swoop in one time. We had an owl communicating with another owl while we were filming. It was crazy, and you just couldn't imagine that in Minneapolis like at 6 p.m. So, but either way, we've worked through it all, and it's been nothing but a blessing. So thank everybody who's supported. Thank everybody who's been a part of the project. This is nowhere near the end, and I'll keep you all posted on updates. But for right now, I'm going to go into Java Moose tomorrow. It's my last day here in Grand Marais, and finish up writing episode 30. Love y'all. Peace.